Okay, so just wanted to give you a bird's eye view of LLM pricing as of a month ago. Things keep changing. I know, for example, that the Claude models have gone to a more uh, you know uniform price structure and not with this much difference. I think GPT-4 has have reduced their price for certain situations, and then things like that. But this gives you a broad idea of which models are generally more expensive and which ones are less expensive. I just want to touch briefly on one point here, which is on this screen. I wanted to highlight, and maybe this is hard to see, but I'll read it out. You have the Grok and the two Gemini Google models at the top of the list when it comes to the average response time. So these are super fast models. Now, here, in terms of cost, you have the Geminis and the others slightly in the middle of the pack. So they're not as inexpensive as the Grok models or the open source models, but they're here and they don't go off the curve exponentially like some of these do. So I think this starts to give you an idea that if you want to deploy your own LLM, where's a good point to start looking for a cost-effective and a performant type of solution. Okay, so coming back to this, I want to talk about how cost gets managed. So as I explained, the challenge is that the cost for these things add up very quickly because they're based on the number of tokens you send, and if you get a long response back or you send a very long prompt, you're racking up the charges. So you want to be able to manage your spend and optimize your quality and all of that stuff. Our platform provides many different techniques for doing this. So, for example, while the world Gen AI is the new shiny technology, the more traditional NLP-based technology or intent-based technology is something that we already have a very powerful foundation for. And the likelihood is that many of the questions that you're asking can be answered by this intent-based technology. And so you can save money by using those. So we can route appropriately to those services when we don't need the power of a generative AI solution. By dynamically selecting the LLM, we can keep your costs low. We provide out-of-the-box caching. So you can say that, okay, any question for which I get a response back, I want to cache it for a day or whatever you want. The other thing we do is that in certain situations, you want to actually use the data that comes back from the model to fine-tune your own model, perhaps. So in those cases, we can actually have the data come back through some sort of curation workflow into your fine-tuning module, and you can use that to fine-tune your own